Good morning and welcome to the Dark Mom Consortium for Thanksgiving Day. It is November the 28th, 2019. And it's like 5:30 in the morning, and that's why we have the topic we have today. But I'm going to jump over here and see if Ed's awake.
Hello, Mom.
Hello, Ed. I've started a live stream. Would you like to be with me on my live stream?
Yeah.
Good, because you are. How are you?
I thought so. But lurking is cool.
Lurking is cool, too. So my topic for the day is how to brine your turkey.
Yeah.
Since you were busy brining yourself yesterday, I figured I'd brine the turkey today.
Not actually. No.
So yeah, I got home from work and I thought I could really use a drink. And then I thought, how much crap do I have to, excuse the term, how much stuff do I have to do today? Not enough where I can justify a hangover. Or rather, too much that I can't justify the hangover.
So true.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually, once we're done here, I have to go down and start baking some pies. But I like to do turkeys and brine them because they tend to be moister that way, and then you don't have to do all that basting of your turkey. Do you guys eat turkey over there?
We do, though not. Turkey is not our favorite dish. Mostly, it's we do not have that big Thanksgiving, have that celebration.
Well, yeah, it's...
Yeah, so that's one thing. It's mostly duck, goose for Christmas.
Ooh, goose. I love goose. Goose is delicious. Most Americans don't eat goose for whatever reason. It's easy to get. Decent grocery stores have it frozen. But, it's so rich and so good.
Yeah, and then also somewhere between New Year's Eve and Christmas.
That between New Year's and Christmas would be most of the year.
Other way around.
Just saying.
Yeah. How do you call this big fish? Carp?
Say that again?
Currently, Google Translate will help.
Okay.
Translate. Yeah, the carp. Big fish.
Oh.
Sweetwater fish.
Oh, okay.
That's for not necessarily a Christmas thing, but one of the things if you want to have some great food for New Year's Eve.
Really? That's interesting. I didn't grow up with a lot of New Year's Eve parties or New Year's Eve events. When I was a kid, we had just come back home from visiting my family in Michigan, and that was when we were either living 100 miles away or 300 or 400 miles away, so we'd go for Christmas, but get home, and then New Year's was just, nothing fantastic, just sitting around. And it wasn't until I was in high school that we started to do New Year's Eve with my friends, and with my parents' permission, and they were at the house, we would have a co-ed sleepover, such as it was. But what it really was we'd turn off all of the lights and play hide and seek. Seriously. How creative can you be when you're hiding from other people? There was no necking, no goofing around, none of that. Like I said, my parents were upstairs. But on the last year before I graduated from high school, my dad decided it would be okay if we had a bottle of champagne to split between the 8 of us. So obviously
I'm
not
not
enough to get
used
anybody
to
drunk.
that. It was 100%. Yeah, the drink coefficient. 100% drunk people. Just
I don't know what my friends did in their private time, but my mom had been a substitute teacher, so she occasionally taught for all of these kids. She also graded a lot of their papers because in her spare time, when she wasn't doing substitute teaching, she graded papers. And of course, she knew their names on the reports. So everybody kind of behaved, I think, differently when they were at our house than maybe when they were at other people's houses.
yeah.
But nonetheless, they were, it was always a lot of fun. Like I said, no alcohol except for that one New Year's Eve. But we would usually stay up till 6 in the morning, just playing games, and then morning would get there around 6, 7, whenever the sun got up at that time of the year. And my mom would make this monster big breakfast, and eventually people would just leave. So very dull. And even to this day, we don't do a lot on New Year's Eve, though we frequently have brunch on New Year's morning. That was back in the day when I had the energy to cook tons of food.
By the way,
Yes.
today a certain package arrived.
Oh, did it? I was checking on a certain package yesterday.
Yeah. Now I'm going to open.
Oh, you haven't opened it yet?
Not yet.
Oh, goodness. Well, it's nothing exciting, but I'm glad it's there.
Because it's one of those packages where you try to find is there a way to open it. Not.
There probably is. Or just rip it open.
Always open.
I try and tape them down because they like to get opened, by themselves along the way. Which is never good. Of course, I try to be aware that customs needs to check things on occasion.
Yeah. This time the customs was just happy with the paperwork, apparently.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, so.
The people at my post office were like, "You're sure about this?" I'm like, "Yeah, really? Yep, seriously. I'm totally good with this one."
Now it's time to fighting with paper. Paper, yes.
Who shall win in the fight with paper? Dum dum dum.
A little feel like Leonard Hofstadter. Trying to open.
I haven't watched that in a long time, and I decided one day just to watch it because I knew the series was going to be ending shortly. And lo and behold, it was the last episode, and it was a good episode.
I started a Big Bang Theory marathon, just as mood goes, 3 to 6 episodes in a row, all on Amazon Prime.
Oh, I hadn't thought about doing it on Amazon Prime. My husband bought me some years of it for the season, so it was much fun.
You might hear I reached the inner core.
Yay!
No. A certain book I see. That's cool. Oh, that is.
There's two little things there from the very nice people at Cryptic, by the way.
Yeah. Cool to see how pictures work out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of it was an adventure. Now that I kind of know what I'm doing, it's a little bit easier.
Okay, page 92 is blank for notes.
That, or it winds up with it being starting on the wrong side, which always drives me nuts. I suppose I could put some artwork in there.
Yeah. Page 8 has ample room for notes.
Supposed to pay
Clicking on that link does not work. Nope.
the link in the book. Now that would be awesome. A book where you can click on the links.
I love it.
For those of you out there listening to us,
When Dark Helmet was playing with a little dinosaur and a little Princess Leia, now dinosaur, the book. I see the. There. Put the back, the pin.
Mm-hmm. They do one pin every year, and they don't give them out to everybody.
Awesome. Okay, I definitely know that's that iron-on sticker.
I don't know. That might be a sew-on one. Does it have the kind of plasticky back to it?
It feels that it feels a bit. The back side is glossy, so I guess it's some kind of
Iron-on stuff. I didn't even think of that.
Stuff.
I didn't even think of that, but you're probably right. You know what? What's really embarrassing is for years I've been putting patches on people's uniforms, and I always had that plastic back, and I'm like, this is such a pain to sew. I never thought of it as being iron-on. Now I figure it out. Duh. So they gave away patches.
PS9, a Defiant.
Yes, I love that.
And all those ships I that's early Christmas, la 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 la.
Well, thank you for everything you do for us. We appreciate it.
The good company is so much reward you can.
Yeah, it is, I think. So that means we don't have to give anybody anything ever in life other than good company, because that will pay the bills, right?
It depends on the it depends on context as usual.
It always does, yes.
Yeah. Okay, plastic bag, book. Yeah. So put it back into. And now maneuver, dispose, package. Bonk.
Well, even when we ever get famous for writing books, you can say, see, I've got one of the originals. And they signed it. So then you'll be able to sell it on eBay for thousands and thousands of dollars. What the heck have I got here? Debilitating shockwave. Okay, that's interesting. I picked up Debilitating Shockwave Mark 6 in a drop.
Mark 6
Yes.
is a small tune, I guess.
Yeah, but this is a level 65 tune, and it's an epic module. It's just a Mark 6. Go figure. Oh, you know what it is? Is it part of that?
It's confusing.
No, Yeah, that's weird that on occasion you can get epic modules in drops.
Yep.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for helping us write the book, Ed, and for all the other stuff you do for us.
It's ample fun, and if I like talking, I like writing. It's and I do not write when I'm not in the mood to. As it's not a job, it's a hobby yet, so it is real fun.
The thing I find interesting is I don't write for work. I mean, it's not my job. Obviously, it's sort of a job in that we do this. But when I'm in the mood and I start writing, it's so relaxing and so enjoyable. And in a lot of ways, it's like Stowe because I can write for hours and hours and the time just disappears.
Yeah.
Which is why tomorrow, I have to actually go into work briefly tomorrow. But once that is done, I'm coming home to work on the book and just enjoy myself.
And as usually, meanwhile, I have I found a certain trait that derails proven facts again. It's so cool about Star Trek Online. These guys always invent something new to keep you on toes, looking for cool methods getting cooler.
That is so true.
Last night, I before the Black Friday sales started, I had I turned my entire Zen into dilithium.
Ooh.
With a master plan behind to turn it back into Zen at gross profits.
Good move.
That was the master plan. No, master plan was completely postponed. Profit in the promille or even 1% range is totally sufficient if you can buy cool stuff. And among these, I have two. One that took my thing is ad number 3 is has just 10 characters, so I bought 4 more character slots.
Oh, wow!
Everything is on discount at the moment for the and is so for the until December 2. So 25% discount, 4 character slots for lithium I could afford, and then I discovered something awesome.
Which
do you look into Discord? A personal message from me.
I can go do that. Yes. Yeah, I didn't buy any Zen in advance, so very sad of me to do that. But that's the way it goes. What?
3 discount vouchers.
Wow.
Price of 2, discounted at 25%. Essentially tier 6 ship half price, and these boxes are tradable.
Wow.
1 per account. and that was an offer I wanted not to refuse.
Wow.
So I really said, okay, dilithium, I can always farm dilithium.
Oh, yeah.
Comes everywhere, many characters, so even it's a thing, and yeah. And as I can spare one, I'm pretty sure, so might try to trade it with you.
Hmm.
Make your mind up. That's now for something totally different.
So, since I didn't go ahead and do anything, how does one purchase Zen on the exchange? Do you just go to buy Zen?
It's exactly that. You have your dilithium.
Mm-hmm.
Go to buy Zen, place an offer,
Mm-hmm.
and that offer then stays until the price is met, or when you do a buy and things come in cheaper, you get the Zen cheaper and get dilithium back. So example here I see buy Zen, and lowest offer I read at the moment is 473.
Mm-hmm.
So you can place a buy Zen offer
Mm-hmm.
to buy Zen at a price of 470 and see next day if it was met.
Ah.
And you get this. That is the way dilithium market speculation works. Place the buy and sell offers in a way you make profit, and then leave them until they hit. They got
Interesting. Given that it's going to be a volatile weekend, is that a realistic thing to go to like 470 if 473 is the lowest?
Lowest has been 465.
What the heck?
And 465 has been lowest, and well, highest in recorded sales history from me and friends was 498 before the Phoenix boxes kicked in.
Well, I put in an offer to buy 2,000 because I've got some on this tune. This is the joy of having close to $1 million on each tune. I can go ahead and maybe stack up my Zen and not spend any cash today.
Yeah.
So cool, because yeah, I didn't really want to go out and spend a ton of money with the holidays coming up. My son, his computer of many, 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 many years died. And so all he wants for Christmas is the money to buy and rebuild the computer, which I don't blame him. I think that's great. Gave him one of my good laptops so he can play games in the meantime. But it would be nice for him to get an all-new machine and new monitor. So the money I don't have to put on my credit card today is money that he can have for Christmas instead.
I know I have the same way with a niece and nephew.
Mm-hmm. Well, my nieces and nephews are all grown up, and actually they're all successful in their own lives and make more money than I do. So it kind of gets...
It's nice.
It's great. So it means when we get together for things like Christmas and Thanksgiving, it's not a matter of exchanging gifts as much as it's just to get to visit and hang out with them.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Oops, I forgot to do that. So I have to tell you, Ed, after I pick up my little present there, I've been playing Fistful of Gorn to pick up purple doffs. But my endeavors for the day are destroy Herald ships, ugh. Destroy Undine ships, ugh. And phaser damage on the ground, eh. Not the most exciting one.
Well, at number 3, defeat was on ground. Sounds familiar.
Oh, yes, we only have that all the time.
The physical damage on ground with the Fitz fine. Shoot them with a bang bang machine gun.
That's always fun.
And defeat captains on ground, which means even more of them with a bang bang machine gun.
That's nice.
So that will be a Dyson Sphere Endeavor tour for ad number 3.
That's a good one.
Ad number 1. That is something I re-roll. And that is okay. It's destroy herald ships.
Oh, I got that one too.
Healing ground.
Ugh.
Means, just visiting the local prime with an engineer that feels inclined to it, and deal tolerant damage on ground. That calls for the Jem'Hadar.
Yeah, I was going to say my Jemmies are my Polaron guys. Let's see, I've got one perk point here I can use. Ranged weapons on ground, max hull in space, shield hardness in space. We'll take a little maxed hull. Yeah. Hold on here.
And of course, yesterday when you already had seen Louis Dinkum in Strike Group chat.
I did, yes.
Yes, Louis Dinkum was the tactician I created immediately after making up my mind and enjoying the first of the 3 character spaces. He will finally fly fleet version of the Andromeda, the Galaxy, the T6 Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Everything already planned, and for leveling, I grew up, left the academy, and started with beneath the skin.
Wow, that's jumping into it.
That's no trouble at all.
Really?
Cause thanks to dear people at Star Trek Las Vegas, Cal giving the codes and Mom grabbing the codes, he has Lorca.
Oh, speaking of codes, if anybody's out there in television land, I still have 16 codes left. Ooh. But I haven't been watching. Hi, Von Marcus. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I'm just not watching my Twitch feed.
Hi there.
You're gonna sneak in and see how long it would take you to realize I was here.
It took me a long time.
In addition to nice Lorca, to Star Trek Las Vegas a year ago, I also have Mr. Garak.
Oh, yes.
Here in my crew. And
I have one all holographic bridge officer team, but my regular bridge officers got pissed. They're like, you like the machines better than you like us, and so they stopped. They stopped wanting to fight with me.
Just artificial. Cope with it.
They're life forms, Jim, but not as you know it.
No.
Okay. Destroying Herald ships in a team?
Yeah, I'm game for it. Are you Fed or KDF?
I would switch if you should. I can switch to KDF.
I can switch to Fed. It doesn't matter to me.
If it doesn't matter, then haul over to Federation.
Okay, I'm jumping over to Federation. Yep. Von Marcus, you going to join us?
Sure, why not?
Okay, let's see. Who do I want to send out?
Duffy.
Who do I want to send on this one? Do I want to send
Is Von Marcus Duffy dash someone? I see an X in Strike Group chat.
That would be him.
Yes.
Because I'm
okay.
Duffy hashtag 1020.
There we go.
That would be me.
Ooh, that wasn't what I wanted.
Let me re-roll so I can get. Oh, Herald ships, cool.
Oh, there we go. That works out really well. All right, so I'm doing AP, and I'm running with the preeminent set. Do I have anything better than that?
So now my endeavors are destroy things in the Zenkethi battle zone.
Ouch.
Destroy ships, destroy Herald ships.
By the way, Global Endeavor. is Zancathi Battle Zone.
Yes.
Yesterday I saw the Dreadnoughts and we won. We really won. Bet all 3 monster Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, I did the Gonker Battle Zone and didn't get a single dreadnought last night, so I wound up doing ISET twice.
I do teaming?
Yes, would you do teaming?
I do teaming.
You do teaming. Thank you.
Flying the carrier, huh?
Yeah,
Excellent.
I love this ship.
It's so good, isn't it?
It really is a lovely little ship. It's a nice blend of speed. Let me make sure I've got a proper RCS on this one. Yeah, I need to do something about my maneuverability, though, on this one. It's not bad, but I think...
was lucky enough to get the craftable RCS console
Mm-hmm.
with the turn rate bonus as its bonus modifier.
Yeah. Yeah, this
So
one's...
fully upgraded. It's got 2 things of plus 52%
Jeez.
turn rate.
Well, my other thing would be to pop on the competitive engines, which would help.
Yeah.
IQS?
QS, what are we playing?
Heralds in Space. I would
Heralds in
give us a
Space.
Grephor.
We can do Gateway to Grether. I like that one.
I love it much more than
Herald Sphere.
than Herald Sphere, yes.
Oh, Herald Sphere is such a pain in my
Remember-
butt.
Iconian marks. Gateway to Grephor. Screaming to Grephor!
Oh. Yes, deuterium supplies. For flight speed and turn rate.
You remember where to do the mission to unlock them so you can craft them, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't have the ability to craft them yet?
I can craft anything. I just don't know. I don't think I've ever done that one.
There's a little side mission required. Let me get the correct name of the star before I get the wrong one. Do a little thing with the deuterium tanks there, you protect them. It's not that hard.
Hang on, I'm Googling it, so... Defense contract. Daily mission in Etta Eridani.
Alhena system.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Good morning again, Houston.
Good morning.
Hi, Musen.
Sleep, Marcus.
I got a minimum requisite sleep, yes.
No, I slept really well last night because I had 18 minutes left on the cooldown before I could redo the today's patrols for the event. Slept until 2, completely missed my cooldown.
Mom?
Yes.
From rank 7 Fleet Admiral to rank 7 Fleet Admiral, would it be an insult to fleetmates if I name alien bridge officers in strange shapes after their characters?
No, I don't think so. I think we could.
I definitely need a crew of Dingsy, Bingsy, and Doogie.
I think that'd be flattered.
Yeah, I think those deuterium surplus should help with the maneuverability.
I will have to zip over there and pick some up. At this rate, maybe I'll get over there before we even start this mission.
After you pick them up, you can craft them yourself.
Cool.
I got a weeboo.
Okay. Hang on a second, I'm between. Though if you got it, I should be getting it too, so... I got a weeboo.
11 more days and I get the fleet version of my god.
Sweet. So what is it, 5 more days and I get to go to the Winter Wonderland and hang for a while.
Oh, is that coming? That's coming back out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on the 3rd,
Yes,
which
December
is
3rd,
Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday. Well, good.
Tuesday, I'm pretty sure it's
Tuesday.
Yeah, so...
It's always Tuesday.
Yeah, torpedoes on Tuesday, tractor beams on Tuesday.
Updates on Tuesday.
This week makes just consider even but Star Trek Online developers need a turkey day, I guess.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, almost invariably, this is the day when things go horribly wrong, and they're just like, oh, no, nothing we can do till tomorrow. Yes. One of these days it will be a full-fledged quacking.
Yes. If anybody has any way to help me get the Disco Con,
Yeah.
that's one of 2 ships I need to finish out this build.
Yeah, well, Darkthorn's been working on that since it came out, and I have yet to have that hit.
There's certain indecent proposals you could make.
You could talk to Sav. She probably could do it. Sav being Sav.
Because I've got 3 of the tier 6 gift tokens.
Okay, it's time to fly along.
I'm going to go left.
Yeah, same.
I see everybody else heading off to the right there.
Okay, 2 there, I go left 2.
Oh, okay.
Summon everything.
Ooh, I forgot to put my big broth crystal on this thing. Gotta go do that really quick.
That's what we get from the event, right?
Yeah, it's actually kind of fun.
I don't have
It just
my-
flies around and zaps things. I'd love to put this on and see what happens when we have 3 or 4 people using the crystal. It's a huge electrical hit. When it dies, it gives a massive one.
Cool. Yeah, I've got a few more days to. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll get the event done in time, but I'm kind of bogged down with other things.
I understand that you don't have any leftover event vouchers from the old events, do you? Because you can use those.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's how I got mine on the first day.
So, it's really...
Yeah, it knocks days off the
will
whole
be
thing.
used up one day, but they're great.
I actually figured out that if you do the event as normal
Mm-hmm.
and don't have many vouchers, of course, because they're gonna stop taking them.
Mhm.
But if you then do the last day of the event, or the before last day,
Mm-hmm.
you have then a full day cooldown.
Yeah.
Use 1 voucher, you get the event reward,
Mhm.
and immediately do the event again for the first day directly.
Oh.
That was really handy for the last 2 events.
Well, I've been using my vouchers to get things on day 1, which has been very convenient.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have my Voth crystal on here. What the heck? What the heck, me?
If you still have vouchers, then next time do the event first, then the vouchers.
Okay.
So you don't.
Actually, no, I
fight
did do the event
vouchers.
first and then the vouchers because I didn't think of it till Ed reminded me.
Yeah, because if you do it the other way around, you're wasting a voucher. And I'm Dutch, and that means every penny is worth something.
Smarty tardigrade.
How,
Have you seen
by the way,
new-
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Have you seen the new item in the Muds market?
No, which one?
3 tier 6 ship tokens.
Oh, Ed just mentioned that, yes.
500. That means 1,500 apiece. That's 50% off in 3 ships.
Ed just mentioned that, so I didn't have enough Zen to do it, so I put in some bids on Zen, and hopefully somebody will take me on it.
Well, I got mine. I bought it yesterday.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. It won't let me close this gateway.
Cause someone else closed. the
That's what,
gateway.
yeah, but it's still open, so I know they're not.
Some of them have a very the radius that you gotta stay in from when you start closing it.
Oh, yes, I'm well aware of that mess.
Yeah.
It's usually a matter of wherever you start, just start
My,
slowing down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The teammate I have here is working precisely. So, why did I say that? Why
Do
did
you
I say that?
do you need help, Ed?
No. Just the usual thing. You are not in TeamSpeak. He's not in voice chat with us. So it's just guess what he is planning to do, going to do, and actually doing, and how do things happen to him to be addressed. He is caring for gateways, and so I can call this my turf.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
For some silly reason, one freighter was actually destroyed. Okay.
Oh no.
Another one died for.
Freighters have died for your sins.
It seems that the Iconians now do actual damage to freighters, like in.
I didn't know.
This is interesting.
I flipped a piece of somebody's stream so I could take a look at their build in all silence and like imagination.
Mm-hmm.
How that's going to work out in one specific vehicle. Like when you're doing Battle of Procyon 5,
Yes.
Oh.
close those gateways, right?
Right.
The thing is, each damage your hull takes, one damage, and it
Breaks.
breaks. There's a trick around that called temporary hit points. And I know somebody who's always got temporary hit points. Like 24/7. So I'm thinking that build might actually work to zip around because he's really, really fast.
Wow.
And go into Procyon 5, and instead of going for the DPS, going purely for the optionals of doing everything in time.
The damage ships can also distract them. Because I guess at phase 3, even temporary hit points get eaten up if someone does.
Yeah,
if there is not
but
someone helping, but
he's,
that's usually teamwork.
Yeah, but even with teamwork,
So,
it can be off.
so the other half of his build, next to the 10 hit points, also makes target lock lost, so it placates everything as well. I'm thinking that it has it in the build to actually be very effective at Procyon 5 without being super DPS or anything.
See, I don't know that I would build something specifically to pass a TFA.
It just means that I want
One
that
thing.
to build.
Temporary hit points are cool, and if you one of these work with the refractive hull
Yeah.
console, that means you can have heals in your auto rotation, and every heal turns into temporary hit points, means no heal is lost that way, because eaten up or healing, both are fine, and it gives you good survival in other locations as well. So that is definitely a good thing. And now one of the maneuver drives, the fortified impulse drives, works with healings. That is the build you're doing for speed also is working for survival.
Yeah.
And that's a cool thing.
I
Hold
want,
on, Marcus.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They
Just clearing my
say,
throat.
Bring Stokar along when going into Procyon all your pets, distract everything from his ass so he can get those gates closed, and then the rest of the team can focus on keeping that Enterprise J alive.
Actually, usually, if I'm flying the Kraken, I go after and protect the Enterprise J, and let the rest of the team do their thing.
That can also
Because I'm not maneuverable enough to keep going between those gateways that have to be closed.
No, you might be right. You could tank for the Kraken, for the Enterprise J. But yeah, bring Stelkar along because he's probably the best person for that specific.
I felt bad for this guy last night before I joined Terran's stream. Somebody in ESD wanted help testing out a PvP build.
Mm-hmm.
I got to chat with him like, well, I'm not good at PvP, but you just want to see what your ship's capable of. Sure. Well, he just hit max level. He's got okay gear. And I was flying the Kraken. And he hadn't turned off don't auto-target pets. I felt so bad for him.
Well,
I have that turned off, but that still doesn't really matter much because I do my targeting by hand.
Yeah, but if you can't see through the cloud of enemies to actually click on me,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
it doesn't help.
With your pets, yeah. Oh, God.
If you were to placate me after doing that, I'd have a slight issue. But if you were to summon the pets when I've already gotten locked, it doesn't matter.
Well, it didn't help that like I hadn't summoned anything but my elite gunboats, and so he gets close. I'm like, okay, elite satellite defense turret, regular tractor beam, multi-targeting tractor beam array. Okay, now your ship's not moving. Now I summon everything else.
Talking about non-moving ships, I got cold-hearted as a trait now.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
Brine Plestral.
Hey.
So, can't wait to shoot at
Ooh, I got another perk point.
fast Brine show off in PvP.
PvP is not my world. I fly PvE and the occasional endeavor, okay? But
Yeah.
otherwise, PvP is not mine.
I enjoy PvP for the interesting and challenging encounters it can produce. And doing it from time to time has made me a better player for PvE. Because, you know, it hones reaction times. You start recognizing things.
I'm beyond 50 years old. My target is not reaction. My target is just to grow older.
It will make you faster though. Doesn't matter how old you already are.
It makes you die faster.
And yeah, I've gotten better at piloting things, everything else.
You're gonna be seeing things on the screen faster if you're playing against some of the PvPers who use those fast little pilot escorts. Once you get used to dealing with somebody zipping around you like that and learning to target that, you're gonna respond so much faster, and PvE is gonna be like, oh, everything's so slow.
Yeah. Alright, now to go do plasma damage on the ground.
We have to go. We all have some ground damage to do. So if you'd like to team up, we can go do some ground damage.
Sure, where
Ground
to?
damage. I would switch.
We have Dyson Sphere if you want to do ground damage, and we can team for it.
That sounds good.
Okay, I'm going to change my tune. Hang on a second, maybe I'm not going to change my tune. Have I got a good phaser on here? I have phaser damage.
I got plasma damage. I just bought a cheapo plasma weapon off the exchange.
Give me 1 second. Jump to a different
I'll
tune.
send the shroom.
By the way, Ed, it did go down to 470 for a few moments, so I got some zen out of it. But yeah, it's hovering down there too.
Give the market a chance to serve you.
Mm-hmm.
The sale is going on till December 2, so the entire weekend.
Oh, here we go. I've got a good tune who can play this.
Yeah, and
Ground ozone shuttle.
yeah, this is me.
Yay, I get to use my new pet. Alright, so let's reset.
Yes,
To the Dyson Sphere we go. Tyke and Shrimp will do Dyson Sphere.
I just saw Tycoon Shrimp over on Drosana. Welcome to Drosana.
Yeah.
Has been on Rosanna, now transwarping to Sphere Space Light Zone.
Come on.
I see an Emily. Oops, let's put on some better gear than that.
Do I have to equip the pet,
Which pet are you using?
the raptor?
Yes.
Okay, so that goes into a device slot, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Sorry, Fancy Pink Dribble, but,
Well, Fancy Pink Tribble doesn't help as much as bioengineered laser raptors with frickin' lizards attached to their heads.
frickin' head.
I can't believe they described it that way, but that was funny.
Well,
Who's putting the team?
description was cool, and it's definitely a nice combat pet. Yes,
Yes, definitely. You said Tycoon Shrimp?
Tyke and Shrimp. Yeah,
Von Marcus, are you joining us?
I hit accept.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. Musin?
Yeah.
Has everybody been... No, we don't have everybody yet. Who am I missing?
I'm not in the team.
Stick an X in strike group chat. I'll invite you to team. Thank you. Oops. Accidentally started to invite Tibby.
Oh, Roro.
There we go.
Wait, you're in the Dyson sphere.
We are in the Dyson Sphere. There you are. I didn't see you there. There's a transwarp shortcut there if you want to use that.
Where?
On your transwarps, it'll be Sphere Space Allied. So it's like one of the bottom ones.
Here we go. Yeah, I always stop short of the fleet one, and I'm like, no, that's the fleet one. But
Yeah, Fleet One doesn't help a
where
lot.
did you go, Mom?
Well, I'm in Battle Zone. I'm in 1. You know what? Let's hit Battle Zone 2. There's 9 players there, and we'll all get in. So let's jump over to
I
Battle...
hop over to 1. Yeah, next time tell me.
Well, let's all go to 2. It'll be easier,
Wait,
because it's emptier.
ground?
Okay, to 2.
Yeah. Yeah, and then just take the battle or shuttle to the ground battle zone.
It's gonna be a long.
Have I got anyone with? No, I don't have anyone with. Oh, it's a good one too. Nice and empty. All right, looks like we're all here.
Where to first?
Well, do you need to pick up any missions from the nice guy here?
No, because I just come in and do the damage and tag along.
Oh, well, I always do the damage and pick up the missions anyway, get 2 points and get some dilithium for it. I mean, what the heck?
Well, this tune doesn't need the lithium. I could
Alton.
not play her and we're flying the 8.5K every day, and I'd still be refining things in February.
Outskirts.
Outskirts is good. I like Outskirts.
Okay. Yeah, on characters that have more than 300K unrefined dilithium,
I
I
do,
don't worry about it as much.
I do
Like,
dilithium every day. It's just easy, stupid. I can do it any place.
Yeah.
Let's
I'd be more worried about getting dilithium on characters that don't.
let's go on this way.
Yeah. So where are we going? Cause we have no bridge officer with it. So.
Hang on a second. Let's start at the 12 o'clock position in the outskirts.
Okay.
Which
So
is
it's on top.
yeah. So over this way. Reading. Oops. Nope. I missed it. Well, let's start over here anyway. Yeah.
Alright. Gotta do damage. It's gonna take forever to do the 20K.
Nah. A couple good fights will be good.
Well, with everybody like in the same area, I don't get a chance to hit as many things before they're dead.
That's a good point. You know what? We could spread out. Except I'm already over 2,000, so we should be able to get everybody through this. You know what? I'm going to just stay here in the center. You guys can go ahead and shoot stuff. And we can trade off who's doing that.
I see I'm not the only one that used the thing that made duplicates of me.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about the shard of whatever the
Yeah.
heck it is.
Awesome. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I like that one.
Now, the duplicates use the same weapon you do, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And that should help me get my damage, too. Oh, what am I thinking? There's so many little lizards.
Okay. Well, that was easy. How's everybody doing on their damage? So
Damage
everyone-
is
Oops.
already complete.
Okay, we're going to go over this way.
I have a long way to go, but
That's
Yeah,
okay.
so do I.
I don't have much dealing the right kind of damage.
Well, what kind of damage do you have to do?
Disruptor.
You don't have a good disruptor?
Nope.
We need to get you a good disruptor. You guys go shoot things. I will hack these. Since it's a holiday and I can always run up and play between different things going in and out of the ovens. It's so nice. You guys, well, you probably do appreciate it. It's so nice to have a day off. Even if I have to cook a ton of food, it's still a day off.
Yeah, I don't really remember what days off were like.
Well, I'm hoping come January that I can, one, find a job that's a little less stressful. Though I like the money. I mean, they pay for stress, but
I mean, I'm at home on disability, so it's kind of all a day off.
but I'd really like to work on my books more. I'd like to probably get back and do a little bit more martial arts because I rarely get to train. And I miss it. Did we get them all yet? You got the last one, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I am fifth of the way there.
Excellent.
I'm halfway there.
Even awesomer.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy afternoon. for me.
Oops.
Having Thanksgiving with the girlfriend's family.
Oh, is that good?
So well, yes, because
Okay.
I finally get to meet them.
Ah.
But they're a big family. So
Uh-huh.
there's gonna be like 30 people there, and I haven't met any of her family.
Ah. Ouch.
So it's like, yay, I get to meet the family, and oh my goodness gracious, they're so. So, gonna be a very interesting episode.
Well, Farnsworth's girlfriend is coming over, but she's already met my husband. So she gets to meet more of my family today, but it's a small gathering. So it won't be too overpowering. Farns is an ex-fleet mate who now lives a mile from here.
First things from the shooting. Yeah, I finally got talked into building a PvP character.
I don't enjoy PvP, so... But there are people who do. There's nothing wrong with it. Just not my personal cup of tea.
Well, I haven't really gotten into it because I don't have, as a mostly free-to-play player, getting the resources for a good PvP build has been dubious at best.
Yeah. Oh, I get that.
Figured that KDF or Romulan characters are better to turn into PvPers.
Well, I've talked to some high-end PvPers right now, including a few that nobody in my various playgroups will PvP against because there's no point. And like, okay,
Lance?
I have an Lance. I have a empty character slot. What do I build? It's like, oh, you gotta build this kind of character. Okay, done.
You said you're talking to Lant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've been deferring to him as I get this character up and off the ground.
Yeah, he has some awesome builds.
I've seen him take on 6 fairly competent PvPers and not die.
Yep.
Like, the dude's insane. It's great. So. Oh, wow, got very little damage around, but okay. Where are we going?
We're going to go down to the transporter and clear that.
Okay.
Should have worn my frosty boots.
Mom, number 7 on your tray. What ability is that?
That is gas fire? Is that gas fire? Gas blaze.
Okay.
It's nice in some circumstances.
Okay. Well, I asked because,
Oh
AJ.
yeah, a
AJ.
general.
Oh, where's the general? Get the general.
oh, come back here. Flaily button?
Yes, the dreaded flaily button.
I got him with a flaily button.
All right, how's everybody doing on damage?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
another general.
Another general?
Another general. Where?
Whoa.
See him.
Here.
Where? Where are you? There he is. He's up on the hill.
I'm now running and try to see. Ah, Eknar. Hello, Mr. Eknar.
Ah. He's gone.
They're not having a good day, are they?
Well, let's go ahead and get
by
this.
the way,
Yes.
Matt's timeline device.
Yes.
Awesome if you encounter a resistance. Just gives you your local
Some
spawn point, your quick respawn and stuff. I learned to love that.
who's down? We've got somebody who's down. Let me see if I can find him. Temet.
That's a bridge officer,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, that might be my bridge.
Hang on. I'm looking for him. Is he a holographic? There he is. Oh, she is. Excuse me. There she is. There you go. Hard to fight without all your mates there.
I'm glad. I feel like a bad captain now. I didn't even notice
No,
until you said.
That's okay. That's the joy of having a team.
I thought about making some liberated board, one of each class, and naming them Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
I have a liberated Borg human, which was a nice combination. Got the last one coming here, so you guys get ready.
Okay, where we go?
Let's go down to the 6 o'clock position.
Sure.
The two generals have been cool. They completed my 6 captains.
Oh, very nice. That worked out well for you.
The big suits from the capture points where we just stood there gave me the other 4. It was really... I love the Dyson Sphere. It's so endeavor-friendly.
It is.
It does not have enough Wadworth and Cathy ground and the like.
Well, I like VOD work, so I'll go over and do Kabali and pick all that stuff up.
Hi.
All right.
So we've got one remaining at 9 and one remaining at 3 o'clock in the park here.
3 o'clock, I guess.
Okie doke.
That looks like it's closer.
It is.
You and your super fast character.
I have 14% sprint speed boost on ground now. Not quite. Darkthorn's 15%. Though having now pretty much finished the run chapter, I think, though I'm sure when I send it out to proofread, somebody's going to be like, oh, I forgot this, 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 and this. And Ed's comments about, yes, but don't forget you can use this, this, and this to enhance those things. And that's almost too complex, because it's 10,000...
Worse, you have to try it out, cause
I'm so fast now, I can get there before I leave.
yes, that is. You can spare entire week and skip entire weekdays. You are that fast, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
That's like my favorite time travel movie. Primer. My favorite line in the whole movie is, I haven't eaten since later this afternoon.
And over to 9 o'clock. Let's see how I'm going to get there.
Almost at 8,000 damage
Very good.
out of 20,000.
What kind of weapon are you using?
Just some cheap plasma weapon I found on the exchange.
Okay.
I really couldn't afford much else.
I try to have one good weapon of each type.
Yeah, I just didn't have one available for this character. And I don't know what character I have that has plasma on it.
And that is why I have the holy book sitting next to me. So I know who's got what where.
Yeah, I haven't... when I had the computer issues, I lost my spreadsheet.
Yeah, that's why mine's actually in a physical book.
All sorts of stuff, yeah. But my spreadsheet kept updated. Who had how much to lithium refined, unrefined, energy credits in the bank, what the going rate for dilithium was, how much potential Zen I had saved up across the account, who belongs to what fleet.
Yeah, there is that part. When I'm looking at my characters, I know who's where, but when I'm trying to remember who it is, for the most part, I can't remember. They're just happy.
So my goal is to hopefully rebuild that this weekend.
Oh, there you go. All right, let's see where we're at. Let us go park or city?
Park is my
Yes.
Yeah, let's do park, but let's go all the way up to the 12 o'clock position, and we can work our way down. That'll bring us into the Dino Land just about the right time, I think. Let's see. Let's get to the transporter.
Yes, Skip. This is on PC, and I haven't played it on console, but with all the macros and stuff, I would imagine it's easier to play than on console. Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on your chat room.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. My laptop, which is where I usually watch chat, is sitting next to me, but I haven't set it back up since I returned from my last trip. So if you're out there and you're watching and you're chatting along, I apologize. I'm not trying to be a rude jerk. I might be succeeding in being a rude jerk, but I'm not trying to do it.
We're
going to go up to 12 o'clock. Oops. There's a...
Command center, I guess?
Would a jacket be more appropriate?
Pardon?
A jacket, because you're a lady.
Yes, I'm trying not to be a jerkette.
I don't know what.
Oh, good, it's artillery, too. I like artillery.
Where'd you go? Oh, you're up there.
Oops, can I go this way? It's going to let me go? Yep, it's going to let me go. Okay. I hate it that sometimes in this one you run into the invisible walls. Okay, got 2 down. Let's see what's available.
I would really yeah, okay. Wait. Dum, 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 dum. picking the point with maximum distance from the dino.
Yes, because we're going to work our way back down to the dinos. As opposed to starting close to where the dinos is, it's not popping, we move away, and then we're in trouble. And they're going to pop
I'm
in.
so used to 11 as base tactics, and that's...
Well, we shall teach you a new
to
way.
shut my mouth occasionally, just play.
All
So
right.
apparently in trying to follow you guys, I got lost, so...
Alright. Because the heights, elevations, and walls, this one can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Did we get them? We got them all.
No, she's usually really good about keeping up with chat, just without that extra screen. I have seen her do it. She can focus on the game and chat at the same time.
Actually, it's funny sometimes when I'm playing, I will be so focused on getting the mission done that I forget that I'm trying to achieve like my phaser damage or whatever. And I get all the way through, we get the mission. It's like, gosh darn it, I forgot what I came here to do. But we achieved our objectives.
Yeah, I might be a little dead.
Hang on. Where's Temet? Oh, Temet's way the heck dead. Good.
Yeah, she's with me.
All right.
You guys are quite a bit away.
Well, go to Dino Land then when you regenerate. And we'll be down there in just a moment because this should pop.
So that's...
It's the 7 o'clock position on the map. In fact, if you want to start working on the one just north of that, that should force everything.
I think that's where I died.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, this way.
You getting that one, Ed? There's one more that we're missing. What are we missing? I'm not seeing the fifth one. Where is it?
Yeah, Netto is with me.
Okay. Yeah, they lost one in the city. Okay.
Dino time.
Dino time. Na 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 na. Let's put on my boots here. See what I can avoid running into. Ooh, there he is.
See it, I know.
I'll get the medics while you guys are getting over there. Temet needs some better gear.
Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of ground stuff, so...
Oh, I love ground.
Like, all of my bridge officers, no matter what tune I'm playing, are not in good gear.
All right, let's see if we can hit the park. Come on, Boots.
Oh yeah, Skip. I couldn't. I can't do these things without
City.
a good team.
City? Oh, we only got City left.
Uh-oh.
City's a bit of a run is the problem.
Well, you might get there in time.
No, the problem with doing the City is once you put on your boots, you tend to slide more. So you kind of have to think about it. That's where the exo armor helps.
Speed.
Da, 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 da.
How are we doing?
It's dead.
It's dead. Well, it got me my exercise. I shouldn't complain. Alright, so let me jump over here into chat since I've been so rude. Schizophrenic. Got a question for you. Do you have a Lorca and Landry code?
Does that work cross console?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It doesn't. It's strictly on PC. And by the way, you can call me Mom. You don't have to call me Streamer.
Almost sounds like you're trying to unload the codes before they run like expire.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they last for a year.
Yeah, they're good for a long time. The thing with fleets is, we're not. Are we all in the same fleet, or are we just all friends? Okay.
I've got another character in the fleet.
Yeah, I've got not this character, but another one.
Yeah.
I got my big Rami in there.
Yeah. So sometimes we're in the fleet, sometimes we just chat together, and once we get to know you, if you jump into a stream with us and you want to play with us, that's great. We'd love to have you join us. You don't even have to be in our fleet. Okay, since you're playing on Xbox, then you can't use the Landry code. We have from Star Trek Las Vegas, they were giving out the codes for a holographic Lorca and a holographic Landry bridge officers. They do this every year at Las Vegas. And because our fleet actually hosts a booth in Vegas, Cryptic gave us a stack of extra codes, but they only work on PC. The codes don't work on Xbox or PlayStation. But it gives you a holographic bridge officer. So one year they had Geordie. That is still a prize. This year was Lorca and Landry. Who did they have last year?
Garak,
yeah.
Julian Bashir, and Kieran Neris.
Right. So every year...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, those were fun. But this was the second year in a row where we did our own booth, so the very, very, very nice people at Cryptic gave us some extra ones to give out to anybody who's playing and joins us in chat, or that we wanted to, do something for. And since we still have 16, I have 16 left. I think DT may have given all of his out already. I don't know for sure. Woof, 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 woof. All right, but since the name of today's episode was How to Brine Your Turkey, 1 gallon of vegetable stock, 1 cup of salt, preferably kosher salt, a half cup of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of finely chopped crystallized ginger, 1 tablespoon of allspice berries, 1 tablespoon of whole pepper. Heat it up till the sugar and salt dissolves, cool it down, add some ice, throw it on a turkey, soak your turkey 24 hours, roast your turkey.
Ooh.
It is so good. And because it's got a little bit of sugar on the skin, it gets nice and golden brown. And none of this basting your turkey stuff.
Time for the perk point.
Perk points? Have you earned
Yeah,
perk points?
endeavors 3 done, and maximum
Sweet.
hull space or kit performance ground and max hull ground. That calls for kit performance.
Yeah.
Kit performance maxed out.
Wow.
I am rubber banding just ever so much to make this annoying. Not enough to be a problem, just enough to be annoying.
I'm experiencing that same issue.
Yeah, I usually get it on a few maps, but not horribly. I only need to get 1,000 more of phaser damage. So
Yeah,
I'll shoot.
I got 4,000 left.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. And then I'm actually going to go downstairs and start baking some pies.
What kind of pie?
I'm doing apple pie and pumpkin. My apple pie is the thing of legends. My mom never taught me how to make her apple pie, so if you want to learn how she made her sublime apple pie, you just had to kind of pay attention. But she put... I did, yeah. But she would put so much shortening in her crust, which made the crusts delicious. But they were just a royal pain, and she'd swear, and we got to this running joke in the house, "We'll leave the kitchen, Mom's making pie." But they were really good. And other than that, there's nothing special to it. It's just good apples, enough cinnamon, enough sugar, not too much of either. Little butter in the apples. Bake it. When she passed away, my cousin's one comment was, "But who's going to make apple pie for us now?" And fortunately, I remembered how she made it, so I took over giving everybody apple pies for Christmas. Now, my niece is bringing apple pie for tonight and pumpkin pie, so there's no excuse for me to make pies except, what the heck? It's pie.
Yeah.
It's good.
Who doesn't want?
Who doesn't want pie? Oops, Nato, don't get up. I'm going to save you.
I was already up.
Oh, you're already up? Oh, pfeh. How much more damage do you need to do?
Me?
Yeah. Who needs to do more damage?
I'm at 18.7 thousand of 20.
Okay.
So,
Now, this point's secure. We don't need to do anything here. We can move on.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh. Well, that's nice. I heard that.
banded back.
Hey, schizophrenic, thanks. Well, schizophrenic just dropped me a message in-game. I'm at Brondo_mom. If you're on PC, and I'll send you a code. I'll put one aside for you. Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, no, garlic on turkey. Bleh, I don't do that. Actually, I love garlic, but I like it not in my turkey. And I suppose I should go start baking, but I'll come up here and help out with some damage until then. Better yet, I'll go stand in the middle and you guys can go do damage. Ed, are you still around?
Yes.
Okay.
Just counting fingers, all fingers there.
Okay. Damage is done.
Damage is done. All right, I'm going to finish this one up. Then I'm going to go make turkey. I think we might do a stream tonight. I'll see what's going on, but we're definitely not watching a movie tonight. Though I suppose, if we'd been smart, we would have held off on Star Trek V till tonight because the turkey theme would have been funny. A turkey movie for a turkey day. But next Thursday we will start back up with Star Trek VI, which will be an... Yeah, and then I gotta look at the calendar and see what the plan is for the 4 TNG movies. Or were there 5? There's 4, right, for TNG movies?
I don't have Star Trek.
4, yeah. So it would have been Generations, The Good One, whatever that one was, First Contact, Nemesis, and Insurrection.
Right.
I
don't have Star Trek 6, unfortunately.
I probably do have it, but I've taken most of my DVDs down to Indianapolis and put them in storage. Since eventually I'll move.
Eventually.
Well, I found a house, but I...
It's getting windy and cold.
Pardon?
Be back in the TV.
Okay.
So you found a house.
I found a house, but I don't have the money here yet. I need to work probably another 6-7 months at this job to get all the finances in position, because I don't want to tap out retirement funds for this.
Yeah. Good call. Good call.
Yeah. And while my husband is retired, the more that we don't touch that money, the more it sits there and makes interest. And honestly, I don't want to retire. I'd have to kill him. I mean, the thought of sitting around the house with the same person for the next 30 years without having work and other things to do is just like, no.
I'm sure you'd fill your time.
My grandfather retired, and that lasted for 4 days. And then he's like, this isn't going to work. So he decided he was going to start painting houses, which he'd always done anyway. And he'd go from house to house in the community and paint them. If they bought the paint, he'd do it just to have something to do.
See? We can do that.
All right, here we go. We'll do that. Ooh, goody. I had lots and lots of marks. Nice. All right, this area is secure.
Guess I go to the Zenkethy battle zone.
And I think I have to go down to the apple pie battle zone.
Oh,
So,
hey.
let me check the chat real quick here. Skips, thanks very much for joining us. Insurrection was weird. Why would you put garlic in potato ravioli? Ugh. I'd have to try it, but my husband doesn't like garlic in his beef. I like garlic in my Chinese food, and I like garlic in some of my Italian food. And yeah, Insurrection was weird, but it's because the people who wrote it didn't get it. But that's a whole different story, and we'll be seeing that one in like 4 weeks. The goal here is to get all these movies done right as the Picard series premieres.
What do you mean they didn't get it?
Well, we'll talk about... they got some things, but they didn't get the group dynamics very well. And it's what made Star Trek 2, 3, and 4 work, is they understood how the ensemble functioned as a team in terms of the script writing. And the people in TNG were trying to go off with a whole different thing. But like I said, we'll talk about that when that movie comes out. All right, so thanks to everybody who followed us today. That would be you, Schizophrenic. If you're on PC, I've got one put aside for you. It's right over here next to the thingy and the cool little thing that Farns gave me. So I've got yours put aside. I think I'll be back this evening after turkey if I can throw everybody out of the house at a reasonable hour. You've had your turkey, you've had your gravy, you've had your pie. Go home.
Be gone.
Yes. Fortunately, the person who lives the farthest away is my niece, and she lives 1.5 miles away.
Oh, wow.
Farnsworth lives less than 1 mile away. And the other person who's joining us is my brother-in-law, and I'm looking at his house because he lives right next door to us.
So it doesn't even matter how much they have to drink. They can
Yeah,
walk.
exactly. We can all walk
Got
home.
it.
This is a good one. So on behalf of the Dark Mom Consortium, I want to say thanks to everybody who joined me. So Von Marcus and Musin, and of course Ed, thank you ever so much for being here. You guys have a great day. I will go make some extra turkey for all of you, so if you're in Chicago, come by and see me.
That's quite a ways away.
Yeah, it is. But hey, I'm going to be over in your neck of the woods not too long. I have to go over and meet Pi. And I'm going to go meet Ed, but Ed doesn't know that yet. I'm just going to magically show up at his door, because I know where he lives now. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you a little bit later, post-turkey. Have a great day. I'm going to be in and out of game all day, so if you want to jump in and play something, let me know. So take care, everyone. Have a great day. As soon as I can find my little thingies. Bye. There's my exit video. All right.